Today, let's do what I like to call my Super Bowl post-mortem, a little retrospective on the game that was. You watched the game, I watched the game, and I'm going to tell you right now, the Cincinnati Bengals should have won the game. Now, the final score said the Rams won the game, but the Cincinnati Bengals outplayed them, no ifs, ands, or buts. And having watched the game, if, after seeing what you saw, given the opportunity to bet that game 10 times over, would you lay the 4 points with the Rams, knowing what you know now? Now, I'm a handicapper. I'm the guy who yesterday released the LA Rams minus the points. I wouldn't do it again. No, because Cincinnati clearly was the better team, but the Rams got the win. And I don't want to hear it because Beckham got injured. I don't want to hear all the excuses. I don't want to hear like some guys, oh, I was on the right side of the game, but this, that, and whatever happened, and that's why the Rams didn't cover. Cincinnati was the better team. No excuses. They got the cover. Now, mathematically, I'm out with my wife yesterday. I'm in the car. When the Rams missed that extra point attempt, whenever that happens in games, I'm like an accountant. I'm immediately thinking about the math. I said to her, this is really bad. Knowing the point spread is 4, knowing if you're smart that you brought down the half point and you're on the Rams, I told her right then, I said, this is a bad number. This is a bad, bad omen and a bad, bad number. And I explained to her exactly why. And after being married to me 32 years, there's a couple of things she knows, and I'm a pain in the ass sometimes, and that this is a bad thing in gambling. And you saw, wouldn't it have been really something yesterday if the Rams didn't miss that extra point, and the game had finished with a 4-point margin, and those smart enough, not the naysayers, to buy the insurance both ways, win the game, and everybody that didn't, those that think they're smarter than us professionals that know the value of buying the hook up or down, would have gotten refunds from sports books. Wouldn't that have been an amazing situation? But anyway, it also goes to show you, and Steve and I used to talk about this many times when we had our national preview show on foxsports.com. I always say that you buy the half point when the number crosses 3, 4, 6, 7, and sometimes 10. But the most valuable numbers are when the line crosses 3 and 4, because you don't often find a game finishing with a 6-point margin unless it's overtime. You don't often find a game finishing on 7. You will more often find a game finishing at a margin of 10 than 7. But 3 and 4, those are the key numbers. Always have been, always will be. Now, the other thing, and I alluded to this yesterday, the Super Bowl is just another game. There is no line value in the game, as I mentioned yesterday, because of all the hype, the hoopla surrounding it. It is just another game. You should always play it as just another game. It's no different than any regular season game. It's no different than a Mid-American Conference game in the middle of October on a Wednesday night. People laugh when I say that. But to me, yesterday was a raise the bar 20-dime release. Number 15 out of 22. And my third straight in the postseason. I lost that play. But it was no stronger than winning 14 of the previous 21. It was no stronger than my first 20-dime play in the postseason, Kansas City over Pittsburgh. My second, Kansas City beating Buffalo in overtime. And listen, in reality, I never should have won the Chiefs in overtime against Buffalo, and losing yesterday, sometimes the gambling gods smile on you, and sometimes they don't. It was just another play. The other thing I've never understood is when handicappers in this industry make it the biggest play ever. Well, that's salesmanship. And I have nothing wrong. Everybody's a capitalist and can be a capitalist if they want to be. I have nothing, I'm not opposed to people making money, but I also believe it's just another game. Because as I said yesterday, the people that bet the Super Bowl, 3 types. Those of you that have been gambling all season long, you know how to gamble. Those that lost a fortune early in the season, came back, tried to win it all yesterday. And those that are new to the game and are betting the very first time. The first type, you know how to manage your money. Types 2 and 3, sometimes you end up in that deep financial abyss from which there is no escape. So that is my Super Bowl post-mortem. I don't want to talk about football anymore because here is also the reality. You can make more money in college basketball than you can on that one little game because there's that little thing called March Madness right around the corner. I've had a great basketball season, and I continue to plan on having a great basketball season. Now, in terms of your complimentary play tonight, I was all ready to give you the Milwaukee Bucks. By the way, do you like these curtains in this hotel room? I feel like I'm in a funeral parlor. And despite all the lights I've tried to illuminate myself with, you'd never know that I'm wearing like a bright maroon shirt because of these funeral parlor curtains. I feel like they're going to wheel the dead body, which is gallows humor since it's going to be mine in a couple of years thanks to leukemia. But yeah, I mean, God, it's dark in here. Anyway, I was ready to give you the Milwaukee Bucks tonight, minus the points coming off the loss to the Phoenix Suns, rested at home against the Portland Trail Blazers. And then I checked the NBA injury report right before starting this video report, and I saw that Giannis is doubtful tonight. Well, we don't have to be a rocket scientist to realize that play on the Bucks is out the window. So, switching gears, I'm then looking at the NBA tonight, and my next favorite play would be, the drum roll, the LA Clippers, who despite not having Paul George, who despite not having Leonard, who despite having one major injury after another, just keep covering games and winning games. And I'm going to go with the LA Clippers plus the 6 points at home tonight against the Golden State Warriors. Now, I know Klay Thompson's just coming off that great 33-point performance against the LA Lakers the other night to get Golden State to win, but the metric in this game that has me going on the Clippers is kind of simple. Even though the Clippers' newest acquisition, Norman Powell, just suffered a broken foot, definitely hurts them. The Clippers have been so damn resilient this year when it comes to injuries. The metric, though, that I like them here is they have size in the middle. Even though they just traded off Serge Ibaka over to Milwaukee, they do have size, and they should be able to control the boards. And that has been the Achilles heel for Golden State all season, and particularly with Draymond Green still out. They do not have any size down low. I believe the Clippers will still be able to control the boards, and I think that Golden State will win this game, but I think the Clippers will keep it close and keep it competitive. So I'm going to go with the Clippers plus the points here. I think it's going to be a 3 to 4 point game, and LA Clippers are going to be your complimentary play. I wish you well, guys, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Good luck, everybody.